Hey guys, how's it going? I'm hopping on with the prophetic word, a right now word for many people, a lot of people. If I tagged you, it's because the Lord told me that this is for you. I'm on my lunch break and I am literally writing it down. I don't even have my notebook today. This is how quick the Lord gave this one to me. So, on this one, it's like he literally spoke to me and said, this is a word for now. And you guys may have been seeing me post about keep pushing, keep going, keep moving. But the Lord is like, we are in a place right now that we cannot get discouraged. We cannot give up. We cannot lose hope. And so again, I know I always do my prophetic words. I'm Johanna. I'm a kingdom mentor, prophetess, apostle. So my main thing is building. I build. I help people build. I teach people how to build. I'm a builder. So a lot of my prophetic words are based on building, what we need to do as builders. If God calls us to do something, what are the next steps? So most of my prophetic words are geared upon people who are working on things God called you to do, people who are working on things God told you to do. If you feel like God told you to do something and you need to build it, you need to create it, that next step. But it could be for everyone. But I'm just hopping on because this is a word right now from the Lord. I had to write it on paper. So I'm just hopping on to give this to you guys because it was for me. And you guys know earlier this week I have been writing posts. Like my first post was, don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. The Lord has really been speaking on getting it done, finishing whatever he told you to do, getting it done. I don't care if it doesn't seem like it makes sense. I don't care if it doesn't seem like it will happen. Like, God is saying that this is the time to get it done. Hey, Kayla, how's it going? I'm glad you tuned in. God also told me to tag you, but I couldn't tag you at my dentist appointment. But I don't know, Kayla, what you're working on right now. God told me to tag you in this too. So I'm glad you hopped on because it was for you. So if I tagged you, it was because the Lord told me to tag you. And Kayla, again, I couldn't get to you, but you were meant to get on this. So I'm glad you are here. Kendra, how's it going? Ashley, again, the Lord told me to tag you in this. I know we probably haven't communicated, but I'm going through my list and I am just tagging the people who God told me to tag. So earlier this week, I said, don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. That's Proverbs 6:4. The Lord clearly, flat out said to me, do it. I don't know what you're working on, but do it. I don't care if you have 1, 2, 3 people who say yes, do it. I don't care if the person said that they would sign up. Do it. Keep doing it. Don't stop doing it. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel like it's not working. Don't feel like it's not happening. Don't feel like no one is coming to it. Don't feel like no one has joined it. No one has purchased your book. No one has signed up for your ministry. Like God is saying, and he's speaking through me right now, do not get discouraged. Keep moving. Keep going. This is straight from him. You guys know I usually have my journal. I don't even have a journal today. I have my piece of paper that I was sitting at work and he told me my notification. See, look at the devil is trying to stop us, okay? The devil wants to stop us. The devil doesn't want us to do what God called us to do. He has thrown distractions. He has thrown all type of things. And I know, give me some fire if you know what I'm talking about. If you are a builder and you're working on something and you know what I'm talking about, I need to see some fire emoji because I know I'm not the only person. I know I am not the only person that the devil has been coming at. And like for me, it's the distractions. God has me build a lot and do a lot. And the distractions has really been coming my way to keep me off track. But I know if you are tagged, and I see people sharing it because people need this. Like I know for a fact. I know when it comes to me like this, that it is a right now word for people that people need to hear. So if it's for you, share it because somebody else may need it. Somebody else right now may be feeling discouraged. I met with someone the other day. God told them to create something. God told them to start a business. And I did a consultation with her. God told her to start a business she has never worked in. I'm going to say hello, Cheryl, because I know I told her I was going to do this prophetic word. And God told me to do it. God told her to start a business. She had no idea what to do. He sent her to me. Gave her a vision of me. She had a dream and my face showed up in her dream and he told her, reach out to her. She watched the old prophetic word video of mine on YouTube and she told him, Lord, I don't know her email address. In the video, I said my email address seconds after she said it. Like, he is coming to distract people. He is coming to throw people off. And I'm telling you guys right now, I am seeing it. I am in the middle of it. I am right in the middle of the enemy just coming in. I am hopping on to give you guys faith right now to say, I don't care how bleak, how impossible it seems. And you may think I've been doing this for months. And for me, I have been building with God for a year. A year. And I'm like, Lord, how am I supposed to work my job and do this? How am I supposed to do all these things that you're telling me to do? I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. I am literally at that point where I'm like, Lord, what's up? What are we about to do? Again, share it. I know somebody needs it. I know a lot of people need this right now because I know the enemy is coming. I've had so many consultations with people where people are saying, someone else on my page today sent me a message. I'm feeling discouraged. God told me to do this and I just don't see it happening. I don't know how it's supposed to happen. Well, just know I'm your injection today of faith and of hope that God is about to do it. I'm going to go into the next thing I had. I said, he brought this to me yesterday and I posted it on my page. I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. And that's John 17:4. Finishing the work you gave me to do to give God glory. We are doing this to give him glory. I don't care if the enemy comes and you get so many hits, so many attacks. Yesterday, I did the testimony Tuesday, but I knew the enemy was coming towards it. I knew he was coming to throw things off, and I had already saw it. God told me, don't write a script. Don't plan it out. Just go with the flow. Little did I know I would need to go with the flow on that because everything was thrown off. And he told me before, go with the flow. So he already has things worked out. Don't get discouraged. But I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. You have to finish it. Tie it up. Wrap it up. Tie up the loose ends. Put a bow on it. Finish up the project. Finish up the business. Start working with the people that you have. Don't worry about how many people come right now. Worry about who you have right now, because what you're doing right now, the people who need it are going to come. I want to say that again. The people who need you, who need your services, who need your business, who need your book, who need your whatever it is that you're doing, the people who need it right now are going to come. So don't get discouraged because you think that it's supposed to be bigger. You think that it's supposed to be grander. You think that whatever God is doing, you know, you've been in your business, you started it, but you feel like I haven't been reaching the people that I need to. Just know God is saying it's for his glory. And he's sending the people who need you. Like, I do consultations all the time, prophetic consultations, business consultations. And my people come from God. My people are directly from him. The people who need me get to me through him. So just know, if you are feeling, I see Day Cruz, I need this. I'm telling you, like, if you see me come with a prophetic word like this, it's God saying, go do it right now. My people need to hear this. My people are feeling discouraged. My people need faith and my people need hope. Like, I've been working on my things that God told me to do all week because I'm just like at a point where I just need to finish it. I just need to wrap it up. I just need to get it done. I see Fashawn Matthews. I don't think we work together, but good afternoon. I'm glad you came. Again, just like with this prophetic word video, the people who need to hear this, the people who are in a place where they need it are tuning in right now. And I know that my work, my assignment, I did what I'm supposed to do because I know I'm reaching the people that I need to reach. And so I need you guys to think the same way. Don't get discouraged when you started your salon business and you don't have as many people as you think. Like, this is just the preparation. God is just getting you ready. He needs to make sure you have things in order, but it is a sense of urgency on getting those things in order. It's that urgency on, let me make sure everything is in place. Like, for me, I have had such a battle with finalizing a few things, just little things that I need to do. The enemy has been sending so much my way to get these things done. Just will throw it off, and it's like, God can't move until I get that done. So if you're like me, where you know, you just got to fight through, guys. Like, you have to push through. You have to push through. You have to make it through. You have to keep going. You cannot, like, not right now. This is the finish line. This is like when you're in a marathon and you're running, but your legs get weak. Your feet get tired. You need some water. You need to slow down. Like, this is that point where it's just like, I know I'm right there. I know, like, you're right there at that finish line. And God is saying, don't stop. Don't give up. You're right there at the finish line. Like, if you stop right now, it's going to be what if. What if I would have finished it? What if I would have finished my book? What if I would have launched that online course? What if I would have did all of this? It's going to be a lot of what if you are working on those things, if you are really going there and you don't finish it right now. I guarantee you, I know God told me flat out that people are going to say, what if I would have finished it? And I don't want that for you guys. I don't want anyone, like I'm praying that the people who need it, as you guys share it, as you guys comment, that the people who need it hear it and they know that they are right at the finish line and that they can't give up. So again, I wrote yesterday, finish the work. I know you may be tired, but keep going. You've been working on it for a while. You've been working towards this goal for a while. He knows it. He gets it. But you also have to stay in prayer. You also have to stay close to him to go through it, so to make sure that you can stay on track and keep going. What type of consulting do you offer? I do prophetic consultations. So if you are feeling stuck, confused, lost, I do prophetic consultations where God used to be like a GPS system. I'm able to see exactly where a person is in their journey and I can direct them. So, you know, like let's just say you feel stuck and you don't know the next step to take. God will literally show me where you are. I'm a seer, I'm a feeler, I'm a knower. So God uses all of it to help me with people to get them back on track to where he's trying to take them. I see Kendra crying. Kendra, I know you're working on that book, sis. Like, I don't know where you are with that book, but it is time. And you've been working on it for a while. I know you've been working on it for a while. Like, this is the time to sit down. This weekend, I don't know what you're doing this weekend. I hear this weekend. You even have the chapters written out, Kendra. Like, you have everything you need. I know you started it, but it's just like the enemy is going to try to stop you from getting it done. Someone may need that book in the next month, but it's like we are not moving into what we need to do to get the work done and get it to where people need it, to get it to the people who need it. Like, I know you've been working on it for a while, but this is the time. This is definitely the time. And so he also had me say, like I posted on there, I declared that everything that cut in to throw you off track, to stop you, everything, like so many hindrances. We bind any demonic spirits that may try to stop you guys. Anyone who watches is under the sound of my voice, because I know it is a test. It is a journey. I also stuck on my book. I ended up stuff in your book. Like, and that's the thing. I met another woman in a consultation. She's been working on her book for 5 years. And God gave me a prophetic word, but I was so busy I didn't post it. And it was like, finish things up or something like that. It's been 5 years since she's been working on this book. And God literally showed me how to write her book. I'm talking the whole outline. I'm not going to put it out there because I don't want anybody to steal her idea. But literally showed me exactly what to do with her book. All she had to do was sit down and write it. All she had to do was write it. And it's like, I get into a point where it's a very small task that I have to do. All I have to do is sit down and do one little thing, but I get distracted. And it's like that's where a lot of people are. You just have to push past that point. Like, it's about, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to get this done. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to launch this. I'm going to sit down and do it no matter what. And that's what I hear, no matter what. You know, so I hope that this has helped people. Let's see if I wrote anything else. You know, I titled it, he had me title it, Do Not Be Discouraged, Keep Moving. And so again, if you are tagged, if you tuned in, it's about, right, next month is, and didn't we mention February, Kendra? I feel like I said February to you. Your birthday, right? See, I'm telling you, Kendra, you got to get it done. I think I saw February for you at a different time when we met, if I remember. Let me know if I remember correctly. Like, I feel like I said February. Again, I don't know. I meet with a lot of people, but I know that it's happening. It's a right now word. It's a right now word for a lot of people. People just need to move. People need to do it. And people need to stay encouraged and keep their faith up, because when you allow that to sit in, the enemy wants to creep in, and that's when it starts to go downhill and you start to think all these thoughts. But you got to stay close to God. You have to keep moving. The enemy can't can't hit a moving target. And I really feel like that's for someone. I know that people, again, my builders, like Mika, you're another one. Hey, so nice. I always forget how to say your name. But I know you guys, how's it going? Mika, I know you're building right now. Building, and God has a lot in store for you. And I remember seeing that what you're doing is bigger than what you even thought it was. I feel like, you know, I know we've been talking about staying up late. I know I've been up late at night really getting it done, but that's where we really are. It's about moving into where God is taking you. It's about going where he's calling you to go. And it's about not giving up. Like, this is strength. Like, when you have to finish the race. We're at that point where we have to finish the race. We can't give up. We can't lose faith. We have to keep pushing no matter what. Yeah, I finally caught a live, tuned in with my notebook. Hey, Kenyatta, yeah, I'm wrapping up now, but I know Kenyatta, she's someone else. Like, God showed me before she even told me that she was supposed to start a YouTube channel. And I wrote it to her like, hey, I saw you supposed to start a YouTube channel today. She's like, it's already done. I did it today. You know, like that kind of thing where she moved. Even though I saw it in the spirit, I saw her with a YouTube channel that same day. She had already did it. Like, that's how we need to move. And I forgot this part. He also gave me a vision. And I said, Lord, where are we right now? Where are we right now? You know, I always will go to him when I'm working on prophetic words. Like, Lord, where are we right now? Where are your people right now in this season? He showed me a vision of gazelles moving swiftly, moving quickly, where even though it may not seem like it, things are moving quickly. The gazelles are getting into place. It was like everyone was getting where they needed to be. It was like alignment. Like everyone was moving quickly. Like I just mentioned this entire prophetic word. Everyone was moving quickly into where they needed to be, but it was a swift movement. It was a quick movement. And like I said with Kenyatta, she knew it, she heard it. And even though she may have prolonged, at the time when she knew she had to do it, when I saw it, she had already did it. That's how we have to move. We can't sit on it when he's calling us to do it. You know, and that's something that I've been telling a lot of people that I meet with in those consultations is that God will show me a clock. God will show me that somebody else. And that's another thing. I feel like I need to say this. You have to come in and claim your territory. Like, people, if you are called to do something, you have to come in and claim your territory because someone else will try to come in and claim that territory of yours. So if you, let's say Kenyatta, you're supposed to do prophetic words or whatever, like, and God is giving you a word, he can give that word to somebody else because you didn't move into it. Your territory, you have to step into your territory. You have to possess the land. You have to show up and possess that land. You know, even for me, I know there's a couple people, like I had never seen a lot of people doing build your relationship with God. I don't see it, but I do see more people doing it now. But God is like, you need to possess your land. Like if that's where I'm calling you to be, then that's what you have to do. Claim your territory, possess your land. And that's something that he has been speaking to me a lot now. Like I see one person popping up like, really? You do relationship with God? But it's like, no. Like I'm giving you guys an example of possessing your land where God is coming to me like, you need to possess your land. So if that is for you, step up, go out, do what you need to do, find your people. Like it's about, if you have people who work with you, pull more of those people into your community, into your space. Find those people. If you're someone who that person purchases from you, go out and find more of that same type of person. Like that is you claiming your territory, your land. Mika, if you are doing health and fitness, connecting into those groups to find more people who are looking for what you can provide for them. Okay, this person wants to walk more. This person wants to exercise. Okay, hey, add me as a friend. Here's my lead magnet. Possess your land right now. If you have been working on it, if you have been building, this is the time to possess your land. This is the time to claim your territory. Don't allow someone else to step in and take over your space. You know, if you have a business, if you're an esthetician, go out because your people are waiting for you to show up. Your people are waiting for you to get out there. And right now we can't go face to face. We have to show up. We have to come out on camera. We need to do whatever we need to do. We need to post more. We need to engage more. This is a time where if the people can't see you, how do they know where you are? You know, I always mention it like a billboard. Like, if you provide something to someone and you don't have a billboard up, like, they don't know what you provide. They don't know what you have. They don't know. Like, it's literally like, hey, I'm a doctor. Like, if that doctor doesn't have anything up, they don't know who you are. You know, if you are a therapist, if you don't put a sign up saying you're a therapist, no one knows what you provide. So this is that time. This is the time. And I see Rain is on. Rain, I see you have been putting yourself out there a lot more in groups. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I just mentioned it. Rain is in groups. I see her in groups. I see her posted. I see her more going after that person that God is telling her to go after. And it works because I notice her. So that's where we are right now, guys. It's about possessing the land, claiming your territory, showing up. And I see in the spirit showing up with a line under it. Showing up. Scared child. I know, Rain, but I'm telling you it's working. Like people, I notice you. I see you in different groups. I'm in a lot of groups, but I see you. And I know, and yes, Gabby and I had this conversation where I mentioned it to her, like, you got to show up. Like, you can't, it's not just about posting, but you also have to show up and be present for your people. And Gabby and I had this conversation and it has been working. You know, I'm like, Gabby, do this, do reels, do that, show up. And I see it, Gabby, like people are engaging. You have more engagement on your social media, even on Instagram, versus just posting, this is what I provide, this is what I do. But it's that showing up, and I see it, Gabby. So it's definitely working for you. But that's what I mean. We have to come and claim territory as God's people, as his children. We have to show up and like I said, what did he tell me? We have to finish the work to bring him glory. you know? So do what you have to do, whether it's going live, whatever he's called you to do, you know? I know it was another lady in one of our challenges, God showed me that she needed to go on Instagram. She had to go on Instagram. That was where, like, our house, like, we have houses. Like, I look at it as a house. Like, for me, my house for faith-based content is Facebook. Like, that's my house. My house, you guys, if you're on here, like, this is my faith-based house. My house right here is, this is what I do. I do prophetic words. I do build your relationship with God. I do Daniel fast. That's faith-based. But for business, that's Instagram. That's a different person. That's a different contact. That's a different house that I'm in for that kind of thing. TikTok, that's a different house. You just have to make sure you're in your right house to reach your right people. And right now, if you are feeling discouraged, maybe you just are not in the right house. Maybe you have to get into a different house to reach the people that you need to bring into the doors of your business, of your ministry, of your book. Sometimes you just have to change that lane, change that house to get to that right person. And I feel like God, again, I don't have anything written down. God has really been getting on me about not having bullet points and scripts and just flowing. So this is me doing that, like just a little bit of something. Definitely gonna see it show up. Yeah, Rain, you've been doing it, so keep doing it, because I've noticed you. I see you in different groups. I see you showing up and showing out, and people will notice that too. Like, as you show up and really keep doing it, even do it scared. I hear do it scared. Keep doing it scared, Rain. You may be nervous. You may be scared. You may feel like nobody is engaging. You may feel like nobody is even interacting with you. I'm going to tell you this. When I first started, I would make posts and no engagement at all. But it grew over time where I would meet more people. I would find my people. I would go after, okay, this person liked what I post. Let me try to find more people like this. This person I met in this group. Let me find more people in this group. You got to shift it to find more people that are after what you need. But I see it working for you, Rain. Like, so don't do it scared. If you are scared, do it scared. Hey, Stephanie, how's it going? I'm dropping music next. I'm showing up. Yes, and you've been building up. It's about building up that audience. You've been building up your audience of people who know you. Like, and that's all it's about. You know, if we're talking about being discouraged, sometimes it's little tweaks. Change the audience. Change the person. Maybe no one really engaged with this. Like, I may make a post like this. Nobody really engages. Okay, let me make it like this. You got to test it out. You got to do it. You know, keep doing it to possess your land. Hey, Janetta, how's it going? Definitely in the season where I'm learning to be comfortable being comfortable being uncomfortable. You said everything right there, Kayla. Like, it is literally stepping out. I'm going to step out and test this. I'm going to step out and try this. Okay, I know I usually do prophetic words, but let me do this. Let me shift and do this. It is stepping out and being uncomfortable. And you know, when you're stepping out and uncomfortable, it's usually God. Yes, can't keep praying for stuff, but when God opens up the opportunity, you let fear and lack of confidence to discourage you from doing it. Build up your spiritual man and go forth, yes, to the promised land. Exactly. And that's what this is all about, Kenyatta. Like, it's the fear. We are afraid of stepping up and taking our land. We are afraid of stepping into our territory. We are afraid of what God has already been calling us to do. He already told us to do this. He already said that we needed to find our people. He already said that we need to make a YouTube channel. He already said to start the Instagram. He already said to start the clothing line. We get scared. Look at this. I'm getting so many notifications right now. We get nervous and scared. Just like you said, it's the fear. We have to pray and seek God and say, Lord, we bind the spirit of fear that's coming over me. And no matter what, the people who need you are there. Kenyatta, your video, the people who needed to watch your video and needed you in that moment, they were there, and I'm sure they watched it, and they probably came and said, you know what, I needed this right now. You know, in the beginning, I was so set on numbers, and I only had 2 views, and I only had this and that. Like, that doesn't matter. We have to squash that. We have to squash it and say, the people who need me will show up. The people who need me are here. And when you can grasp that, like when you can feel and know and just stand on the people who need me are here, like, that's all that matters, because God is giving you the people who need you in that moment. And I feel like that's for someone. I just love your realness. Thank you. Like I said, I'm just hopping on because God told me to get this piece of paper and write it. And he has definitely been pushing me to really, to flow. I'm going to say flow, to just flow and just allow him to speak through me to whoever is on the live. Say it and just let them know what needs to be said. So again, trust that God is going to take us where he's taking us. Exactly, Rain. You got it. And I know, I'm glad you tuned in too, because I know you're working on things. You do music, you've been posting, you do, encouragement and everything. But and I'm telling you, I started out like, it was just me. People used to tell me, why are you so crazy for God? Like, family members and people that I know, like, why are you so crazy for God? Like, I'm crazy for God because he just saved my life. What you talking about? Like, that's why I'm so crazy for God. People would say that to me, but it never stopped me. I didn't care. I would just post to encourage other people. It never mattered. I would just do it because I knew people needed it, because it's what I needed at that time. And so for you, if you're watching this, do what you're doing because people need it. Somebody needs what you can provide. Somebody needs the service, the product. Somebody needs it. So just keep doing it in a way that you are doing it for that person, for that one woman that needs it. You know, if you're posting and you're like, man, my YouTube channel only had 3 views. 3 people needed it. Keep posting it because it'll grow from there and God will grow it. You want to do different and sharing skits and everything. I know you've been doing it. Who cares? The people who need it will watch it. The people who needed the laugh from you sharing will watch it. And it will grow. People will start to grow it. You know, for me, TikTok is something that God has me doing now. And for me, I'm goofy anyway. Like, I do my prophetic words. But when I'm off camera and doing this, I'm goofy. So he has me post goofy stuff on TikTok. I'm just being me. But people engage. I get a lot of views. People like it because the people who need it and need to see it, who are my community of people who are feeling that same type of way, they need it. Maybe they needed that laugh that day. Maybe they needed to see me act up on that video, you know? So just know, like, the people who need it will be there. The community will grow. The business will grow. The ministry will grow. But we have to take that time to really put in the work. We can't just expect God to just come in and just do everything. Like, yes, he will send people to us, but we have to put that action behind it and do the work. We have to do the work. And again, I'm going to go back to this. I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. So even in this scripture, John 17:4, finishing the work. Work is not always easy. Work is not always a walk in the park. Work, I know me, my work is not a walk in the park. It's difficult. It has difficult times. Sometimes work is easy. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I need to push harder. Sometimes that's work. But that's where we are. We have to work and we have to finish the work, and then we will reap. So just know that my TikTok isn't faith-based. It's more so business. So it's like more about the business side of things. So it's not faith-based. God lets me have fun on a couple of platforms. So yeah. They don't understand where he brought me. Wait, let me see. Yes, amen. Yes, they will. I needed to hear that. No problem, Mika. I'm glad you tuned in. Did I tag you? I think he told me to tag you, but I couldn't find your name. They don't understand where he brought me through. So yeah, like I said, it's like, people may say, why you keep doing it? God told me to do it. People may say, why did you do this? God told me to do it. Don't worry about what people think. Who are people? I don't know why we worry about people so much. And this is for someone, because clearly it's not written down, but sometimes we think about what people will think, what people will say, what people will think. Like, all of that, it doesn't matter if we're doing it for God's glory. We just do it for God's glory, and it is what it is. Like, that's the truth. For real. He just had me write a post about this. Whoever sees it is meant to see it. Exactly, Gabby. Like, that's where we are. I'm telling you, like, people are becoming discouraged because it's not lining up the way that they expected it to line up, or it's not happening as quick as it did. But I told you, I saw gazelles getting into position. So as long as you are doing the work and doing what you're supposed to do, you are one of those gazelles that's getting into position for that time. I'm telling you, like, they were moving fast. They were moving quick. So, yeah, Gabby, what did he say? Whoever sees it is meant to see it. That's the truth. And that's the truth. And it's like, some people may not be ready for it. Some people may not be in that space right now, but it doesn't matter. We continue to share. We continue to pour ourselves out. We continue to go for the people who are there and available and who we're called to serve. So just know that. I feel like that's for you, Rain. And once you get that healing and peace, you want to give it back so everyone can feel it because it's available to all. Exactly. That is my biggest thing. I don't care. I will post. I want them to know that this is where I came from and this is where God brought me out of. I want people to know what can happen in your life when you truly transform your life and when you partner and allow God and Jesus to come in and heal you. That's my job. That's my assignment. And that's what I do. That's like with my pregnancy story on TikTok. It got a lot of views, but I wanted to encourage those who struggle. Exactly. So you are putting a message out there. Even though you getting these views and everything, but your message is the key. What you're putting out there, how you show up, how you present yourself, that's the glory. That's the glory that you're giving him. So even though you get the views and everything, it doesn't matter because it's the message. It's what you are speaking and saying that draws the people in. Hey, Olivia, how's it going? I'm trying. Hey, Gloria. No, keep trying, Gloria. And that's the thing, like, We try it, we test it out, we shift, we move, we do what we can. We see what works, what doesn't work. If it doesn't, we tweak it, we change it. That's the process. That's with anything in life, you know? So just know, keep trying. Yes, God is dealing with me about rejection. Okay, yeah, I felt like that was for you. And it's like when we are able to move past that rejection, we don't care. Like, I don't care if I post something and no one responds. Like, I literally don't care. Or I don't care if like it's a building you up, because the people will come. Like, I feel like for you, Rain, like this is me talking right to you. And I see it when you post. I see it when you do things. I see it when you do it. Like, you remind me of me so much. I would post things in the beginning and I would be like, man, God, like you told me to do it. You told me to do this in the beginning and it's not happening. And I really feel like a pull from you, Ray. But you seem very similar to me, where rejection was a thing in the beginning, but then I grew to a point where it didn't matter because I was doing it for God's glory. Everything that I do is for God's glory. And I feel like he wants me to tell you that, like, don't worry about who tunes in. Don't worry about who listens to your music. Don't worry about that, because you're putting it out there. You're promoting it. But I really feel that pull from you, Rain. Like, a lot of what I'm saying is for you, even though he didn't tell me to tag you. But I feel like it's for you to really get you past that rejection. And so I pray that you are able to really move past it and just keep moving and not get discouraged. Like the title, don't be discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Your music is coming out, put it out. Put it out. Somebody will need somebody, even though they may not write it, they will listen. They'll listen to it. And then they'll want to hear more. And it'll grow from there. So just keep doing it. Yes, work to please God only. Exactly, Kenyatta. And I think you're growing into that too. It's like, as long as we're doing it for God's glory, like he's happy, I'm happy. That's all we need to do. And I see he has a lot of people who are in that beginning stage on this prophetic word right now. It's that stage of, I'm doing it, but I want to give, like, I may want to give up. And God, I don't really know if you told me. It's like that back and forth. But just know, I was there a year ago. If you, I'm not saying scroll back, but if you scroll back on my page or look at some old posts, crickets. I don't know what else to say, but crickets. Like, that's how it started. And it just grew over time because I was, that's the thing, consistent. I was consistent. So, Rain, you've been consistent. I see you've been putting it out every day. Kenyatta, you've been posting consistent. Like, you two have been consistent, even though you may not have a following just yet, but that consistency is going to pay off. When you stay consistent and keep posting, like, I'm literally on Facebook. I'm going to post something on Facebook every single day because I need to be consistent. Like, that's the key. As long as you guys stay consistent, that's when it will happen. That's when it will grow. I just have an urge to push through to my dream of being a life coach. And I'm pushing through to get what I'm excited for you, Lisa. I know you've been through a lot too. But I really, like, I want you to keep going. Like, don't let distractions get in. I hear distractions for you. I see somebody, like, grabbing your hand and pulling you back. Like, having you come back into where you were. So I pray that you are able to step over any distraction that comes your way, because if you have that desire to be a life coach, more than likely it's God putting that desire in your heart to help other women who've gone through what you've gone through. So just know, don't let those distractions throw you off. I forgot, Rain. I don't know. Like, you guys, this is flow. I don't even know. I can't even tell you what I just said. No idea what I said, Rain. It's about your fruit. The Bible says Jesus was lowly and humble. Our heart must be in the right posture to serve our God. And that's the thing. Like, you know, for me, even in the beginning, it was God had to prune that. So if we have any pride, like, he'll send you back. Like, if you are doing things and there's some pride there, he will send you right back to prune that pride out. It happened to me where it was like things started to get busy and I'm like, okay, God, like, it's happening. And pride started to creep in. Girl, go back in the back room. Like, he sent me back in the back room to break that pride off of me, because pride can't go where he needs to take you. So just know, as long as we, you know, give him all the glory, we stay in and stay consistent, do what we're supposed to do, like, that's where we'll be. Like, we don't have to worry about it. Hey, Kanisha, how's it going? I just got chills. I don't know what I said, Rain. If you got chills, then that part was for you. Like, I hear that a lot where people are like, I feel like you're talking directly to me. I have chills. Like, things like that, that means that whatever I said was directed for you. Consistency is key. So that's all that I have. I don't know how long. Usually my live tells me how long I've been on. I try not to go too long, but again, this was a right now word. If you are on, I know it's for you. You know, I see Kanisha, I know you've been working on things and different things that you've been doing, but it's about staying. I feel like consistency is a thing for you. Like, staying consistent in that. Like, to keep doing, to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep to keep it going. So if that's for you, then that's for you. And I know, Gabby, like, I've seen you being consistent. I'm proud of you. I know you've been like, man, Lord, you want me to go on camera? But we got to remember, guys, like, we are in this pandemic, and if God is calling us to do his work, how are we getting it out there if we are not showing up? Like, we have to show up. We have to be out there. We have to really say what God is telling us to say. We have to do what he's telling us to do. We can't waver. Like, our faith cannot waver right now, because that's what the enemy wants. He wants your faith to waver. He wants you to get discouraged, and he wants you to give up. When you're right there at the finish line of what God wants to do in your life, there's always a breakdown before a breakthrough, and that's where we are. So just know, if this is for you, when you watch this and it resonates, don't be discouraged. Like, God is working things out. That's all God been saying lately, is to keep going. Yep. Yes, this word is for me. It is. That is my word this year, that and trust in God. Oh, and we saw the trust fall for you, Kanisha. So again, I'm just hopping on. If you are watching this, I'm going to put this on my YouTube. I do have the Build Your Relationship with God challenge. It's probably the last time I'm going to do it. So I'm just letting everybody know, if you are feeling stuck, you don't know how to hear God, if you're someone who is having a hard time, the Build Your Relationship with God challenge is really about going there, going deep, tweaking those little things. I know a lot of my ladies here have gone through it. Any breakdown before breakthrough. Amen. Breakdown before breakthrough, and the enemy will send counterfeit. Exactly. I promise all of this is confirmation, because today I decided, Gabby, look, when I tell you, if you see me on a prophetic word like this, that means God said, get your butt up and come on live. Like, I already went live yesterday. He told me to go live tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm talking about tomorrow, y'all. Like, he told me to go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't know what I'm saying tomorrow, but I know this, Gabby, when you say you don't care, like, that's because the enemy is coming in wanting you to give up. He wants us to give up when we are so close. I can't even tell you guys how close. It's so close. And even for me, like, he'll come in and have things happen, and I'm like, nope, not happening, because I already went through too much. I have been doing this for so long. You really think I'm about to give up right now? This is for someone. This is my thoughts. My thoughts are, I have been doing this for so long, and you really think I'm about to give up right now at the very end after everything that I've done? So close. Exactly. So close you can feel it. So, Gabby, look, God sent me like a ray of hope, a ray of faith. That's what I need to just call myself, a ray of faith. Like, I'm just your ray of faith to come in and tell you, you have been working too hard. You have been doing all of this. You started the business. You started helping homeless women. You started doing all this stuff. This is not the time to give up and say you don't care. This is not the day. This is not the hour. Look, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing my work right now, but God told me to come on, and I probably need to get off and do some work. But anyway, this is not the day. This is not the hour. This is not the time to give up, Gabby. Just imagine me with a bullhorn in your ear saying, don't give up. This is to keep pushing. Like, that's how I feel right now. I'm just your cheerleader in your ear telling you, I don't care how bleak. I don't care if anything is piling up. You feel discouraged. No, because it is so close. I saw it was swift. I heard swift. I saw swift. I saw gazelles, how fast they are. So just know. Exactly. I've learned too much to use attacks as ammunition. Exactly. Like, for me, as soon as it's coming, I'm like, okay. That means I'm close. That means that something is about to happen. That means that God is about to show up and do something. When I'm getting hit the way that this week, I'm going to say the past 2 weeks, the amount of attacks that I have had in the last 2 weeks, like, I tell you guys this all the time, but I help a lot of women. So my attacks are pretty intense at how many women I help break through, because the ministry, it is really like, it helps lots of people. So my attacks are intense. Like, I'm talking, the enemy comes with a AK-47 on me. Like, that's how I am. But I just get back up, put my bulletproof vest on and shot up and everything. But I keep going. I don't care, And I just say, you know what? Like, God is telling me to go. God is telling me not to give up. And God is telling me to speak out. No matter how much the attacks are coming against me, I don't care. Like, I'm going to go up, I'm going to show up, and I'm going to speak out and help his people who need it. Because at this point, I know and knew a lot of people needed this. Look at you must be laughing about AK-47. Cause y'all like, the devil comes. Like, I get sprayed. Y'all don't even, like, I get sprayed with attacks. But I don't give up. I keep pushing. Like, I am God's little soldier. Like, I know I look all sweet, like, no. Like, in the spirit, no. I'm a little pit bull, Rockweiler, all of it in the spirit. I don't care. The enemy knows not to play. Yes, Gabby, keep going. This is not the time to give up. Not at all. I refuse. I'm not about. And yes, don't miss out on the greatest moment of your life. That's the thing. If somebody told you, all you have to do is pass this test, finish this test, and get a passing score, and you win $1 million. But then you get discouraged, like, I'll never pass this test. I'm never going to get this done. I'm never going to do this. And you don't even try. You don't even try to get the $1 million. You don't even try to pass the test with the passing score. Like, when you get to that point where you are like so close and you could get there and you could pass it, and you just say, you know what? You let fear and just that not knowing what to do, the uncertainty to stop you. Like, you could have passed that test. You could have took that test and won $1 million, but you gave up right at the very end. Like, that's what this is all about. Keep going. Don't give up. My mind, child. Got to be strong in your weakness. Thank you, beautiful. Same to you. Yes, because I know you know, Kenyatta. Like, the way the enemy was coming for you, I know you know about the AK-47 coming. I already know. Yes, we do, because of who got us. Gotta be for God. Yes. Just told somebody earlier, I know this is a test. Definitely a test. So if you watch this later, if you on my YouTube, I'm going to put the link. If you're feeling like you need to grow closer, if you feel like you strayed away and you need to get it back, your relationship with God is, on the rocks or whatever. It's a 3-day build your relationship with God challenge where we're going deep. We're learning everything that we need to know. A lot of my ladies here have done it, but if you are here and you haven't completed it, tune in, check it out. It has changed so many women's lives. Shayla, I think, Gabby has done it. I don't know how many people on here have done it, but just know it is what started this whole ministry. It is what started everything that we're doing. Everything started from the Build Your Relationship with God challenge. So I'm launching it again. It's $27 for 3 days. I'm going live every single night for 3 days to really go deep and to get everyone back on track, to say, if you have strayed away, let's get back on track and have community around you doing it, because isolation is what usually keeps us stuck. So it's really about going there. Prophetic consultation, you guys can always email me, info@JourneytotheKingdom.net. That's probably my top thing that I do. I do prophetic consultations all the time. Like, I do them. That is my top thing that I do. So either that, I'll put the link in the comments, and then that way you guys can check it out. But for my YouTube people, I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm going to put it in the description, and you guys can check it out there. But I just had to hop on because I know that that the devil had his AK-47 with my name on it. I know he had it. So if he had it for me, I know he had it for a lot of people. It's been a blessing. Thank you. Needed this right now. First thing I saw when I logged on. If it was the first thing you saw when you logged on, Monica, then you know that it was for you. Don't get discouraged. Thought I signed up. And we have a few people, like, I know I posted, yesterday was the first day I mentioned it, but I think we had like 12 people sign up. So it's growing, but I always like to bring it up just because some people may tune into Testimony Tuesday. Some people may tune into Prophetic Words. Some people rather read my posts. It's just I'm reaching people in different ways. And the same thing for you guys. Just know, sometimes you have to change things up to reach your people. Some people may need a video. Some people may need a post on a page. Some people may need it in a story. If you aren't reaching people one way, switch it, flip it, change it to reach the people that you need. So that's for someone. Not nothing for nobody. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on. I need to get back to work one day. Look. But I hope that this has helped and encouraged you guys to really not give up. If you tuned into this and you felt like you wanted to give up and you feel encouraged now, put some fire emojis if this has been your injection of faith to keep going, to keep pushing, to change up the way that you've been doing things, and to take your territory, to possess your land that God has given you. Like, if he is working on giving you that land, let me know if this helped you out. But I don't know. I guess I'm coming on tomorrow. I don't know what I'm talking about, but all I know is he told me to come on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So look out. Whatever I'm talking about tomorrow, we shall see. All right, you guys. So I hope that this has helped, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, later.